Hey Taurus, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings. Take what works, leave what doesn't, as with everything in life. If I don't catch your wavelength or storyline here, go check your other major placements. And I enjoy doing shorter readings for YouTube and then extendeds on Vimeo. It kind of hit both notes for me that I enjoyed. So we're going to do that again. So if this reading resonates with you, you can, and you so choose, you can go join me over on Vimeo. So we are starting off with a more traditional tarot spread, and then we'll do the oracle decks. Vimeo. All right, so taking an overall from the bottom of the deck, we have 5 of Pentacles. A sense of poverty is typically what this is, but this is a little bit of a different deck for me. But so what I'm getting from this is something stored up, something mid-transformation. Right now, there's nothing or very little, and we're waiting for the rest to come in. There's a sense of things in store for us, and preparing for things, and maybe having lost an opportunity, but there are more opportunities in the future. You have your eye on them. You're very clear about, there's some sort of clarity here about what you want, but it's not available right now. There may be something that you want nearby, but you can't see it. But there is, yeah, a sense of missed opportunities, but things being stored up for the future is what I'm getting from that card. Taurus, this is your past, your present, your inner landscape. What's at issue? To inner, what's going on in your environment? To-do list and possible outcome. All right. Well, we've got, we start off with a couple raccoons here. So we've got a little bit of a mischievous vibe here. So were you getting up to some mischief with some friends? So this is your recent past. We have 3 of Cups. This is a sort of a party, hanging out with your friends, getting together with people, being able to hang out with people, and sharing joys, concerns, losses. Might have been getting into some mischief with your friends or playing around. It is interesting because there are 2 sharing 1 cup and then there's 1 with their own little cup. So mixed with this 5 of Pentacles, you may have actually ended up feeling a little left out or a little like everybody else knew what was going on and you didn't, or you just were off on your own. Generally with 3 of Cups, I just get, you know, friends, party. There's kind of a party vibe. Maybe someone went off on their own to do their own thing for a bit. I hang out with a lot of introverts, and when we have parties, it's not unusual for one of them to leave the room and just go do some self-care, some alone time, and everybody understands, like, where's so-and-so? Oh, she's outside doing self-care right now. Oh, good. Okay, she'll be back when she's recharged. It's very sweet. So maybe a little bit of that, maybe needing, having gone off by yourself for a little bit, in the hopes of coming back recharged. But there is a sense of a friend group and friendship and hanging out with people. And if you were alone, it was just like for a moment or an illusion or something like that. In your current situation, you have this Magician. So again, we have our little bandit. Maybe this is what you left the friends and left the party to go do, is go create something, go make something. I think Aries actually just got Magician. No, somebody. There's been Magician here in this position before. There's a lot of magic energy going on right now. People having the energy to make something happen or the power to make something happen in their life. You have all the elements here, and it's just a matter of channeling things, grounding the energy a little bit is what I'm seeing. You have a bit of a lightning rod you're holding up to the sky. I want to say to the gods, to the sky, enticing the energy to come down and electrify some sort of dream. So I always see the Magician as Frankenstein, right? He's assembled his little monster. He's got all the pieces together, and now he's just waiting for that power, that energy, that go, that spark to really take off and bring a situation to life. So I see you sort of hunting for that spark, making yourself available for that spark. You have a lot here to create something. So you're creating something. And an important thing for a magician to remember is that we have created in the past, so we can create in the future. Maybe it comes in differently. Maybe the lightning strike comes from a different direction or a different source, but that energy or that thing that turns a dream or turns the raw materials into life, it's here and it's ready to go. So so it's kind of, I guess, with this Three of Cups and the sense I was getting of somebody going off on their own a little bit, like it reminds me of Bjork's song, There's Got to Be More to Life Than This, and how she leaves the party and she's like, you can hear the party in the background and you're like, oh, there's got to be more to life than this. She's whispery. So it's a little bit of that, where I feel like there's been a party, you've left the party in a way to go create something, to go make something. It was like you were hanging out with people and then you got this creative bug and you're like, oh, hold on, I'll be right back. I've got to go make my reality, something cool happen in my reality. So that's what I'm seeing with these things. And then that would fit with Five of Pentacles, as far as like Five of Pentacles can sometimes be a left out vibe, an abandoned vibe. So maybe you were hanging out with friends and then you felt kind of abandoned by them. It's hard to tell from this one who initiated the aloneness, but Five of Pentacles overall can be a sense of loss, a sense of lack, and a sense of abandonment. Oh yeah. Oh, I see. I was looking at this caterpillar. All of these ones are doing this, and this one's left unprotected, abandoned, vulnerable. They're doing the best they can to hide something. And we also have the chopped off tree, the something cut down, something cut off. And so feeling cut off here and maybe abandoned, like everybody's moving forward except for you. And you were hanging out with people, you had a whole group, a whole tribe here, and now you're like off on your own, and it's up to you to make something happen, kind of solo is what I'm seeing so far. So right now you're in sort of a solo mode of like, all right, I got to make something happen. I've got to do this. You're very task oriented. You've got something you need to accomplish. And it may have you feeling a little left out, a little abandoned, and who knows what came first, but you're definitely trying to make something happen in your life. In your hopes, your fears, your inner landscape, what you're thinking about is Knight of Swords, clear communication, seeing something very clearly and communicating it very clearly. It cuts through, right? It's interesting because we have a sword, which is considered air, but we've got it through all this water here, and we've got this, this like mouthy, toothy fish here. That's like, I'm thinking about saying something. So you're thinking about communicating something, some kind of truth. You're thinking about speaking up. You're thinking about saying something. Maybe you're thinking about saying like, hey guys, I feel kind of left out here. Or maybe you're just thinking about, a message of truth. The Knights are communication and movement. Swords are truth, ideas. So maybe you've also got a new idea that you want to make happen, and you're thinking about like, okay, who do I communicate about this? Who do I convey this new idea to, these new thoughts? So there's something about, or it could be a person, actually. It could be a mouthy little person that you're thinking about that's really on your mind here. Someone who spoke some truth to you, someone who, well, their truth, right? It's their perspective, their truth, what they saw. So you could be thinking about someone who is really honest with you and really forthright with you, and thinking about that conversation, thinking about the person, their perspective. The Knight of Swords is really sharp and quick. So maybe it wasn't like a communication that was sweet and lovey, but it was something that was a little bit sharp and quick. And maybe it was when you were hanging out with these friends, someone said something a little sharpish, and it's got you thinking about it. It's got you thinking about, the truth of it, the truth of the matter. But this can also be, the Knight of Swords is also about intellectual pursuits and learning new things and coming to clearer understandings of something. And it looks like it might have been something emotional, just because there's so much water here and it's a little bit roughed up. So it almost seems like this truth came in, or somebody's truth came in, something was communicated, or you're thinking about communicating something in the middle of sort of some emotional tumult, and you're trying to figure out the best way to communicate it, the best things to say. You're really thinking about something And it has to do with, like, I see sorting through emotions and tumult here. With, you might be thinking about the right thing to say, what you could say, thinking about something someone else said to you. Oh, we got some people here. All right, yeah, this might be your friends. You might have one friend that said some sharpish things that have you thinking over, mulling things over. And then we have Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So this could be you, or this could be someone else here, someone you've been hanging out with. But Queen of Pentacles in reverse, she isn't really in touch with what she wants career-wise or how she wants her life to look. She's maybe lost the plan, lost the plot a little bit. She's not really in touch with her own dreams, her own vision. She doesn't have concrete plans for what she wants to accomplish. There's just not, she's just not very concrete about anything. She might be dreamy, she might be emotional, she might be smart, but she doesn't really have a plan or a concrete idea. She might have difficulty, she or he, I keep saying she, but obviously it's a queen. They're about inner landscape, and they're about them thinking about their own path. They're about the inner universe here, right? So this could be someone who's just, this could also be someone who's just doing what they're told to do and is very much out of touch with their own, and out of sync with their own path, their own dreams. I could see the reverse Queen of Pentacles being a people pleaser and just doing what other people want and not in touch with their own vision and with what they want to do. So there could be somebody here, you or somebody else, who's not really being true to their own dreams, not feeling very empowered, and self-empowerment is very important, like feeling empowered and not waiting around for someone else to empower you, but right, because that's almost the opposite. But we can speak empoweringly to each other, and in hopes that other people become empowered and in touch with what they want and in touch with their dreams. So then we can negotiate from there, right? You want someone who's in touch with what they want. Therefore, they can have some good boundaries. They can say what they want. The relationship overall is going to be healthier. But somebody here could be a people pleaser, putting down their dreams, refusing to even allow themselves to dream, envision, and plan for something. This could also be a very disorganized person who just can't plan at all, is not planning. They might be trying to make something, you might be trying to make something happen, but you're going about it in a really disorganized way. Not that we all have to be very organized and ducks in a row and everything like that, but there's just this Queen of Pentacles here has showed up in reverse. There could be disorganization, lack of connection to your own dream, lack of practical mindset, not able to think practically through something, or just someone who just can't see what they want to do next. They're just confused about what they want to do next. In your environment, oh my gosh, this is really interesting. We have a queen that's not in her power, that's a little flustered and disorganized, and then, but in your environment, you have King of Pentacles. You have somebody here that is, look, this is a little cute little match set. But she's a little out of sorts. She's not really in her power, in her vibe. But we do have someone in your environment that you know, male or female, that has accomplished a lot. This person could be a mentor to you. This person could be a therapist, a mentor, a minister, somebody, but it's more like businessy. This person's planned a lot. They've grown a lot. They've been through it. They have accomplished a lot. They have reached that some sort of pinnacle, obviously not the pinnacle, but they have reached some sort of pinnacle of success. This would make a really good mentor if they're up for it. But this person plans. This is someone who's very planny. This is someone who's like really very unplanned. Maybe they just wing it and that doesn't work in this situation. But someone here has a plan, knows how to execute it, knows how to do that kind of thing. So you have someone in your environment who's very successful. This could be someone you're thinking about. It's just someone you know, someone you could be meeting. But they know how to plan, they know how to execute, they know how to make money. They know, they could be very grounded, very organized, thoughtful, This person is in power. This person understands their place in the universe and their power here. And you could be out of sync with them a little bit right now, feeling maybe abandoned by them as they move on to bigger and better things. And here you're trying to make something happen. But this person could be quite a resource. Not just a resource, but an example. You know, this doesn't even have to be someone in your life. This could be someone that you admire, someone that, I want to say someone that's written like a book or something where you could really learn a lot from someone who's already been successful and already been down this path and has sort of recorded their path. So this is something in your environment. Your to-do list, 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords, really, I did not see that coming. Well, moving on, abandoning something, quitting. Quit something. Right. My thing about quitting is it's okay to quit something you don't want to do anymore. You literally just don't want that. You don't want the results. You don't want to go there. You don't want it. It's not okay to quit something. Well, I mean, everything's okay, but in a way, not everything. Yeah. But many things are okay. But where we don't want to quit is when we still want to do something. And we talk ourselves out of it, or we say, this is never going to work, or we say, oh, it looks nice now, but I don't really see where this is going in the future, right? But this is something you don't want to do, and just quit it, right? We have sort of abandonment, being left behind here, and maybe this can be, like I was saying before, a choice that you make, a decision you make to abandon something, abandoning something where it doesn't fit anymore. And maybe this is a bit of like overwhelmed confusion, because you might have a couple things going on, and this is like you need to abandon something, you need to quit something. And it doesn't matter. I mean, it matters what it is, of course, but it's not necessarily, this one isn't about like, I'm going someplace better, so sayonara, y'all. This is like, I just really don't want that anymore, and I'm swimming away from it. It's a turtle. It's a sea turtle, so I'm swimming. So 6 of Swords, swimming away from something. And it's almost like this Knight of Swords, they're in the same ocean here. There's like a lot of tumult here. And this guy's like, you're like, I don't know. Maybe shore would be safer right now, but I really got to get out of here. This is done. This is over. I'm moving on. And maybe this Knight of Swords is back here in this old energy. And that might be why you want to get away from these waters here. I'm just like, I'm going to quit. So there's something here you got to quit. You're trying to make something happen, but it seems like you got to quit something. You have to quit something. That you don't want to do anymore. That you really don't want it anymore. So stop doing it. Stop wasting your time and your energy on something you don't want to do, right? We had some people pleaser mode here of like doing what you're supposed to be doing and not doing what you really want to do, not focused on your dream and your next steps. So we had some people pleaser mode, and this could be like, quit the thing you don't want to do. It'll be a lot less confusing that way. Possible outcome where you're headed, 7 of Wands, having to defend this decision, this choice. People might come after you and be like, this is the wrong choice, this is the wrong thing, right? Because you wouldn't be in people pleaser mode if people were like, okay, you do you, and I respect that. These people are going to come for you, and or there's a possibility that people may come for you and demand you back, demand you leave retirement and come back to the force, or demand that you can't quit this. So you might end up having to defend this decision. So if you are in the decision-making process, it's helpful to write it out so that you can look back and be like, yes, I made that decision because of this, this, and this. And these people may put a lot of pressure on you. People may put a lot of pressure on you. These people that like left you out in the cold before may put a lot of pressure on you to come back and come back to, we really need you here. We really need you here. I've experienced that before. I'm not going to do this job anymore. And then they hound you for a couple months to please come back, please come back. I'm doing my thing here. It didn't feel right to me anymore. I didn't want to do it anymore. So people might beg you to come back. And so you'll have to defend yourself. You'll need to find the wherewithal to do that, especially if you have some people-pleasing tendencies and want everybody to be happy rather than follow your own true path. So, all right, Taurus, if that resonated, I'll meet you over in Vimeo. And if not, then I'll see you guys in a couple weeks.